This one's from True Off My Chest. My partner left me, so I told everyone he doesn't have cancer. My partner told me when we first got together that he has cancer, and if his operation doesn't go well, it could be terminal. He said his treatments have also made him infertile, so imagine our shock and joy when we found out I was expecting at the start of 2024. We now have a beautiful 5-month-old daughter who is perfectly healthy and thriving, and he is in remission. My pregnancy was difficult and lonely because all of the intense treatments he went through while waiting for his operation. I did a lot of my own, knowing he desperately needed this to have the best chance possible of shrinking his tumor before having it removed so we can have a long, happy life together as a family. He is currently living with his mom while he's in recovery so that it takes the pressure off me caring for both him and our baby until he is well enough to move into our home with us. He still comes to our house and we go to his mom's all the time so our baby isn't missing him, and on Wednesdays he has his daddy-daughter days where it is just the two of them to make sure they are bonding well, and he has to practice until he is well enough to care for her at home full time and give me a break too. Last week we had an attempted break-in at the house. I asked him to come and stay here while I waited for the locks to be changed because I'm scared, but he wouldn't. I was talking to his mom too, who slipped up, telling me he wasn't home. Long story short, this is Reddit. I'm sure you could see where this is going. We argued for over 24 hours before my suspicions became too much and I went to Facebook. It took me less than an hour to find the first two women. During my pregnancy, I was suspicious of a lot of things and put it all down to my hormones, as he would continuously tell me that I'm paranoid and hurting him when I ask. One thing my paranoia just wouldn't let up about was his cancer and his treatments. I asked his mom about it, who told me he doesn't have cancer, but he is having treatments. He has an autoimmune disease, which he receives transfusions for. Very serious, but nowhere near terminal and no operations required. She also informed me he was in rehab, not hospital. He was addicted to cocaine and was trying to recover for me and our baby. I never mentioned to him that I knew. I assumed it was the embarrassment of wanting to get clean without me knowing so he could be a good partner and dad. I was so proud of him for getting that help that I never spoke about it. With his autoimmune disease, his mom explained how brutal it has been for him and that he did have chemo a few years back, so maybe that's why he's confused, quote unquote. Pregnancy brain is a real thing, and maybe I'm just too blindly in love because I accepted this and never questioned it again. After discovering the first two women, I sent my partner a message telling him to let his girlfriend know I'm asking after her and not to bother coming home anymore. I've had the locks changed from the break-in so he can't get in. He panicked and started begging me to answer the